Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. It's Thursday, which means I've got a new beer for you. Don't forget, you can find me on Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all at @tubajake_69. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Hopefully you do too, and that's why you're here. The beer I've got for you today is SISU Stout. It's by Upper Hand Brewery. They're up in Escanaba. It's a barrel-aged Finnish style stout, so it should be dark, and it's 10% alcohol by volume, so it's heavy. Should be some pretty good stuff. Let's see. Figured this one was pretty fitting, being as there's so much snow on this thing. I mean, like, not on the can itself, but like art-wise. There's a big bunch of snow on the can. Very nice. Whew. It smells boozy. Barrel-aged in schnapps barrel. Shoot. Okay, so barrel-aged stout. It's going to be dark. It's dark. Should be a decent head and probably some decent lacing. So far, it's holding up to at least half of that. Barrel-aged, so it should smell like whatever kind of barrel they put it in. My guess is whiskey, because this smells like whiskey. And not barley, hops, yeast. It smells like whiskey. I mean, which probably also smells like barley, hops, and yeast, but whatever. I guess let's see what it's like. Now, who would ever make a dark beer like this? I would make a dark beer like this. I have made dark beers like this. They're delicious. And it terrifies me every time that I try to smell it, to taste it, that it's going to burn me. See, lacing. Looks nice. It doesn't, though. It's a little bit sweeter because of the extra alcohol in it, which it's kind of nice. It's a little dark. It is dark. It's dark. The really strange thing is that it doesn't have that heavy mouthfeel that you get a lot of times with regular stouts. I don't know, like a Guinness. You think, oh man, Guinness is going to fill me up. It's only 5% ABV. It is dark, but most of what it is deep malt color. It's not anything too special. Just it's dark. Man, it tastes good. The unfortunate thing is, I think I'm probably going to be able to drink this pretty quick, and it's heavy. One of the three things that I look for in beer most of the time. It's dark, but heavy. No fruit. Shoot. Is there a beer that this reminds me of? Yeah, this one time I brewed a beer that I thought would be great. It was a combination of dark beer and a wheat beer with some blueberry in it, and it was delicious. It would have been better if I'd have just left it at that, but no. I decided that'd be a good idea to dump in like 4 cups of 190 proof grain alcohol into the bucket as I was racking. That beer was heavy. It actually did taste like alcohol too, but also fruit, so it was kind of nice. Are there any other beers that I can think of that this reminds me of? I'd like to say just about any other stout, but it's really not. It's a lot closer to a Guinness than it is to like any kind of pastry stout that I've had. But it's a lot different than Guinness in that it's twice as alcoholic as Guinness. trying to think if there's a higher ABV stout that I've had that's not fruity and or pastry. I don't know. Actually, the weird thing is it kind of reminds me of Masagave. Every time I see that stuff, I get it. Aged in tequila barrels, it's delicious. Tastes like margarita beer. It's amazing. But I haven't seen it in a little bit, which is fine, because you drink too much of it and you will get knocked on your butt real fast. But that tastes like tequila, so, because that's the kind of barrels that they use, I believe. Does this remind me of a story? Okay, so my cousin grew up in Detroit, big hockey fan, went to Northern, met his best friend at Northern. Come to find out, he was looking for somebody to drive back down to Fraser with him, and this guy was also looking for somebody to drive back down to Fraser with him. They had never met during high school, but they went to the same high school, which I think is crazy because I knew all the people that I graduated with in high school, and the people the year ahead of me and the year behind me. I don't know. Big city, I guess. But they went up there, became best friends. It was very cool. My cousin married a Youper. She's kind of neat. They got divorced, but before then, he bought a sporting goods shop in Marquette. Downwind Sports is an amazing place. Or as I've heard the students there call it, down payment sports, because they sell high-end stuff. And being in Marquette, you can sell really nice bikes because the summertime there, beautiful place to ride bikes. Can sell high-end skis because in the wintertime there, it's a great place to ski. High-end kayaks because, I mean, there's really nice places to kayak too. But yeah, that's what he does still. He's still up there. They're divorced, but he's still up there. His kids are up there. Getting married and stuff, becoming, well, I guess, a nurse practitioner, but his son did go to Central to become a nurse practitioner, which is kind of awesome. He wasn't there while I was there, but it was pretty close. But yeah, Finnish, because up in the UP, a lot of those folks are Scandinavian, and that reminds me of the Finnish style stout. Anyway, I've got a quote for you. This one's from Margaret Mead. She's an anthropologist and an author back in like the 60s, 70s. She said, "The traveler who has once been from home is wiser than he who has never left his own doorstep." I think what she's trying to say is get out, experience things. It makes you know more, and that's good. All right, don't forget, you can find me at tubajake_69 on Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tell me your stories. I like to tell them. Hopefully you like to hear them because you just listened to this whole one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that more people get to know about this. It's great. Yeah, I think that's all I got for you. I'll see you next time when you got time for a beer.